Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. So today's episode is going to be kind of a mishmash of things. I'm just continuing to work here on the kitchen. Let me show you what I've done so far. Give me a sec. All right, here we go. So last time you saw this island right here, you saw like the two cabinets where I screwed them together and then it wasn't finished. I actually put this finishing piece on right here. And then the way that I did that is this is a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. Then it comes with these corners. So you cut the plywood to fit and you subtract the width of these corners and you put those on. Is how I put them in is I glued it all on, and then behind here I use staples going down to hold the panel on. And then I just used 3 little staples in conspicuous spots on the corner here to hold those little outside corners on. So that's what I did. So with the backsplash area, me and my wife Tammy have decided to actually do like a beadboard, because we're gonna be putting laminate countertops in for now. We had the choice of putting nicer countertops on the old cabinets, but we opted for the new cabinets and a cheaper countertop. So we'll be putting beadboard up and getting that on. So is what I have actually been doing here is, let me go outside. I have been having the fun time of painting trim. So I have all the trim. We want to paint it white, so I have been doing nothing but just painting this trim, getting it, scuffing it, cleaning it, and painting it white. So that's kind of what I've been doing. There's not a whole lot that's going on that I'm really recording, and that's kind of why. It's just because I don't know, if you guys want to watch me paint trim, I guess I could do that. Just let me know in the comments on this video. But I don't think y'all are really wanting to watch me paint trim and stuff like that. But that's what's going on. Just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. So stay tuned, and I'll be showing you what I'm going to do next. Alrighty, so I've been busy. It took me like 3 hours, but I got all the trim up here. Got the first coat on and everything. It's looking actually really good. It's not perfect, but it is a first coat. So I wasn't going for perfection on it. I was just going to get the paint on, and then going from there, we will be able to put the second and third coats on pretty easily. So I got that done. And I've also been thinking about this. Next plan of action, here's what I need to do. I need to put a little bit of mud on here, down to the bottom of the cabinet. And that's on both sides to get those perfectly smooth. And then over here with the microwave, I drew a line. This is the center of the opening here. It's right there for the microwave, so I need that for the microwave. And then this line here, that's actually how high the backsplash is gonna go. The microwave is gonna sit almost to the bottom. It'll be up just a little bit, but that's gonna set pretty much there. So I want the backsplash on first, so the microwave will actually go against it. The backsplash is only 3/16 inch thick, so it's not gonna be a huge issue. So that's actually probably what I'm gonna do after I get all the trim painted. So I do need to install some more crown around in some spots, like up over here. I need some crown to go across there, and then over in the corner there as well. But I can't put the crown on until I get the quarter round up around the cabinets on the top, because there's a gap and it's uneven. And then also I gotta put the scribe molding on the sides of the cabinets here. And the reason I need scribe is because I have little staple holes from these cabinets when I put them together and got them assembled. It did come with some paint, some touch-up paint. However, some pieces that they did use touch-up on like certain areas, it kind of looks like garbage, and I don't really like it because it doesn't 100% match the flow and everything. It's noticeable, and I don't want noticeable spots going all the way down the sides of these cabinets here. So a piece of scribe molding will go in, and it will take care of that. The scribe that I'm using is actually going to be painted the same color as the trim. It's a pretty close match. This is a little bit brighter, but that's okay because I don't think it will be a huge issue. And then what I'll do is the little staple holes that I put in putting up that scribe molding and the quarter round up top, I can fill that and then paint it so it will match and you won't see the nail holes. So that's kind of where I'm at. Just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. I know this is a winded update, but that's just where I'm at with everything. It's just a painting and more painting. So I'll be back here with another update in a sec. Alrighty, so I just thought I'd do a quick update on everything, and I have all the trim painted. I had the walls painted as well. The color that we went with in here, it's called a Stonington Gray. It is by Benjamin Moore. So this is what it's looking like. I have a little patch here because what started happening is I had a little bit of bubbling in here, so I had to patch that, and then that's good to go. You do see these brown spots. It's perfectly smooth. I mudded over that glue, and it actually just seeped through, so that's why it's looking like that. And then over here, I went ahead and just patched this too. It's not really gonna matter, but I just got it kind of straight because later in the future, we will be putting up tile, so I'll need this fairly straight. And then over here as well, you see that? And then, yeah, so this part is not mudded. I ran out of mud. It's actually pretty late at night and I was getting tired, so I just mudded a little bit, and then I got this little bit left to mud, but it goes on white, and then the mud soaks in that glue and it turns this color. But this is what she's looking like right now. Yeah, I think it's looking great. So, and then, yeah, my goal for tomorrow is, if this is dry, I'll probably have to put another coat of mud on it. And then, but my goal for tomorrow is to get the microwave installed right here. Yeah, there's a big hole, but the thing is, the microwave is going to cover it. You'll never see it. So we're just going to leave it like that. But here we go. This is what it's looking like. I do have 90% of the trim painted, except for the kitchen, the floorboards. I gotta see which ones I have. My father-in-law took those off for me. He said that they were breaking, so I gotta evaluate and see which ones are broke. But yeah, my wife, she's been working over there in the living room, and that's all painted. I'll pop in tomorrow once we get it all back together and get an update on that as well. So just thought I'd stop right here and show you what this is looking like. So kind of a quick update about where I'm at here. So I'm in this spare bedroom that we're making here, and I'm gonna start in on here. I got a lot of stuff done in the kitchen, just a lot of small stuff. Like I started putting up the crown moldings all around and getting those in and painted and done. I got the baseboards in here done. What else? There was some other stuff that I did in here, but a lot of it is just really small, tedious stuff. Oh, I also got the moldings on the scribe moldings installed. I got the quarter round around the tops installed, so it doesn't look too bad. I put some of these plugs in these holes that I had drilled. Got the microwave in. Yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff that I'm doing. But now I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up on a time lapse. I'm actually gonna start working in here. I'm just gonna start mudding and taping in here. Well, I already started. I didn't film this when I did it, but I'll just put a time lapse in on what I'm doing over here on this wall here. Also, another thing that we did as well, that my wife has actually been doing and working on, is in this hallway here, we got all the trim painted white. It was white. It was more like a cream, but we got it painted white, and then we got the wall colors done. And then we'll come in here into the living room, and we got the living room pretty much all painted. This is everything that was in that bedroom. It's just kind of put in here now. She also got the fireplace whitewashed and the mantle painted black, which looks super nice. And yeah, this is what it's looking like. I think it's looking really good. So huge transformations taken shape. So sorry I'm not recording a lot of this. My wife's been mainly doing this room by herself. The only thing that I really did in here is I just painted these trim boards and put them in, but she did pretty much everything else in here other than the floor. So that's what it's looking like. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go jump over here into our spare bedroom. Our house is just a mess. Construction got drop cloths because we were painting, and just everything's kind of everywhere. But this is where we're at. So give me a second here. I'm gonna set up on a time lapse, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got the second coat on here, and it's pretty good to go. I don't think I'll need a third coat, maybe just a couple spots to touch up, but it went on actually really good, and it's feathering out really nice, so that helps, especially when it's brand new sheetrock. It really helps a lot with that. So I'll get a quick sanding in, make sure everything's super smooth, then I'll just look over all the walls, wipe them down, and then hopefully get to painting on them. I will have to pull out the trim in here and get that out of here, and then after the trim's out, I'm gonna be ripping the carpet out and then doing the floor, painting the trim, getting it put back together. So that's kind of where I'm at. So off to the next thing, I have to get some more of the the molding up on here, the crown. So I just got 3 more spots to do. I gotta do over there, over here, over this door in the dining room, and then the door over here. So yeah, I had to do a bunch of coping. Never done that before, but here kind of I'll let you show you what I mean in coping. So where this trim comes together up there, you have to cut it and make it fit. Yeah, that doesn't look perfect, and when I zoom in it looks pretty bad, but when you're zoomed out looking at it, you can't see it too well. So you do have to cut your angles, and since I got a quarter round on top and then the piece along the back here, the scribe molding, you have to cope that so it fits and looks nice. So yeah, so it's gonna take a while. I imagine it'll probably take a couple hours to get these 3 pieces in just because of all the coping I have to do on it. But that's it. Here's where we're at. And there you have it. Another room's floor is completed. Now, actually, all the floors here in the main level are actually finished. So that is pretty exciting. It was a lot of work getting them all in, but I'm so happy we did it. It just makes everything look so awesome and amazing. I really like the way it looks. I got super lucky in this room too, because I started like literally on this wall I measured, and it was supposed to end exactly right here. And then the end gap here is little under half in some spots and just a hair over half in some spots. So what I'll have to do is after I put the trim in down here, I'll just have to caulk it. So, and then I guess moving on to the next thing to do is I got to put the transitions in. I'm gonna put one right here because there is a step. It's not big, you know, 1/2 inch. So I got to get that transition in. And then here in the kitchen, I started putting the handles on. That's a transition, I got to cut it down. But I started putting the handles on here on the cabinets. So that's looking pretty awesome. I love these handles. And then also I finished up a bunch of this crown molding. And when I say finished it up is what I mean is like a little bit ago I was showing you this corner and how it was looking with big gaps. Well, when you zoom in, you notice, but I did silicone it. But it is, you can't notice it when you're on the ground just looking at it. But I got everything all in, all the crown, and it's looking great. So this is where everything is at right now. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm gonna have to wrap it. Sorry, there wasn't a lot of action in this video, just because I was doing a lot of stuff like painting and putting up trim and stuff like that. So I didn't record a lot of it just because it was during the evening. My daughter, we do not want her in these videos. So she was not in the, she was running around and I don't want her in here. And then B, it gets pretty boring because like, who wants to sit there and watch somebody paint? But anyway, thank you again so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. Hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And we'll see y'all next time on my next video. Peace.